Okay, so this is the final video of the night, so thank you all for being here. I have not checked to see how many people there are, and if I get the chance, I will make another thank you video at another date and another time. I have a whole lot of shit that needs to be done tomorrow besides typing in my book. I have to go through all my DV cam tapes to get my Spider-Man Scarlet Spider fan film straight, and I gotta go do some other shit. So, my day's planned for tomorrow, and I have until maybe Tuesday of next week to get everything straight and have it set to where I need it to go. Alright, getting that out of the way, let's rock. So, I'm going to talk to y'all about some of the acting challenges and fails that I've had over the 20 some odd years that I've been in this business. So, we're going to start off with this. My government name is James Williams Jr. If you've been with me long enough, you know it's also in the bio. My stage name from now on and until I am in that Hollywood door, or at least working, acting, working where I'm getting paid, is Echo Fan Grey Wolf. I have decided to finally build myself out as a native. Now, don't get it twisted. I am not saying I am a full-blooded Native American. What I'm saying is I'm an actor who wants to fucking be working. Alright? Let me state that one more time. I'm an actor who wants to fucking be working. So let me tell you how it all began. As an actor, I've gone to casting call after casting call after casting call after casting call. I learned something a few years back, about maybe 15 years back, which made me stop trying to go to casting calls and try another venue. That didn't work out. I still wound up going to casting calls anyway, but then COVID struck, and that was like the last casting call I went to, where I gotta have my pops. You'll never see it. I don't know if they recorded it or not. I don't really care. If I make it, they'll probably pop out of nowhere, still want money. Yeah, he was there. We didn't give him a job though. But yeah, they didn't give me a job though. And the only person that gave me any praise at all was another black dude, which was cool. And I thanked him, fist bumped him, went home, checked my email, checked my texts. Never got shit. But I literally told him, call me or text me. Do not email me because I don't use that shit. No, I've never really used email since I had it, other than school shit and job related if necessary. But when I apply for a job, I tell them, do not email me. That phone number works. Call me or text me if you're gonna give me the job. Do not email me. I am not in front of a computer 24 hours a day, and the only reason why I have an email is for social media. Let's keep that shit real. Fucking email, man. I don't even like fucking reading unless I have to, which is like school shit. So as an actor, I never ever paid attention to the keys and hints that I was getting until like a year and a half ago when I started going by Echo Fan Grey Wolf. Okay, so here's the thing: I go on these casting calls, same shit every time, except for the 2 times that I didn't get an acting role when they were filming here 3 times, because they filmed 3 movies here in my lifetime, and I didn't get not one remote close to being an extra or anything. The first movie that they filmed here was called Toy Soldiers with Louis Gossett Jr., I think, and Sean Austin. It wound up being filmed at Miller School and in Richmond, and I was trying to be an extra, and I just never got back around to it. So that one got by me. The next one they filmed, and I boycotted the movie. Still haven't seen this movie to this day. It's called Major Pain. Although I do need to see the movie because I almost got to fighting with an actual actor who got paid because he thought he was hot shit. And my cousin Russell pretty much dragged me back to my little black Turismo and said, it's not worth it, it's not worth it. But Russell wasn't the one who had got a fucking skee ball head to get the damn acting, because the casting director said, if you go get a haircut, we'll give you the job. The problem was, everybody who was there had got their haircuts there. I spent $5 at Joker's. That's a barbershop in Charlottesville. They only have 2 haircuts. Just ask anybody black. They only have 2 haircuts. You can get a fade. Or you can get a fade. One fade is literally a fade, but it's not a temple fade. It's just like you got the high and tight fade. The other fade is they fade your shit all the way the fuck off, which means you get bald. And I got bald, and my head has a dent in it. So, I was kind of pissed because I have really good hair. Really, really good hair. I'll leave this on for the rest of the video. I usually only wear it when I wash my hair so that like the hair grease doesn't get all over the sheets and shit. Anyway, got all my hair chopped off, man, and we kind of like our hair. Um, well, I specifically mean me. We have good hair. And I kind of like keeping it. Anyway, got my hair cut, went back to Miller School, where I had a little dispute with the actor after having a dispute with the casting director. And he's like, yo, dude, you told me to cut my hair. I cut it. I'm ready to go. Sorry, the position has been filled. All of the actors that was with the part were willing to get their hair cut right here. It's like, motherfucker, I just went to the barbershop because you told me to go to the barbershop. I didn't think you would do it. And I left, mad as fuck. This black guy. And I kind of bumped into the white guy who was an actor, who was like one of the stars of the show. I have no idea what the fuck his name is, but I know what his face looks like. And I never watched the movie, so I don't know what part he got. But I know that I bumped into him. He said something smart to me and how he was going to beat me up and some more shit. And I said, motherfucker, you are not in California. You have no idea who the fuck you are fucking with. I will beat your ass right now. And I got ready to step to him, and my little cousin Russell, he's a little younger than me. I was fresh out of high school. Dragged me on over to the car. And we got in the car and we left Miller School. And I was pissed because I shaved my hair. And it cost me my last $5 at Joker's that only has 2 fucking haircuts. And they really didn't want to cut my hair because I'm not black. Or at least I'm not black enough for them. Which is why I said have 2 haircuts. You can get a fade. You can be bald. And I've had some bad haircuts in my lifetime. Not just from Joker's. That was like my first and the only time I ever been to Joker's to get a haircut in my memory banks. So, mad as fuck. I go to more casting calls without cutting my hair. And one time I did get a trim because the guy told me go get a trim. So I went and got a trim, shaved my face. And that same guy's like, yeah, I don't remember talking to you. Because we all look alike apparently. And so I went to one at 1 o'clock and came back to the same one at 4. And I didn't get a SpongeBob card either time, and that was at the Sheraton. Now some white kids got up there, did some kung fu shit and did a leg split, and I'm like, well damn, I could have did that. I was young enough to do that then. I wasn't as young as that damn kid, but I was young enough to do that. And he got a SpongeBob card. He was like maybe 8 or 10. No, it didn't really matter. They had everybody, all ages, come as you are, that kind of shit. At least I smelled good. I dressed it pretty nice, but more importantly, I smelled good. But it didn't work out, and I went home. And this happens year after year after year. John Casablanca come through, anybody else come through Charlottesville, my ass was there. Especially the big names, John Casablanca. You can get in there, yeah. I had a recent bad experience with John Casablanca like about a year or so back, and it cost me more money to break the contract than to be with John Casablanca. Because with John Casablanca, it was $75 a day. I had that kind of money. They didn't say that when they came on with the Zoom call and all that shit, and I signed up right a fucking way, and then it was like a free trial for like a week or two. It's like, okay, I can do the free trial. At least I thought I was a free trial. No, it wasn't a free trial. It was $75 a day. And I was like, I didn't sign up for that. I signed up for the free trial. I said, well, to break this contract, you have to pay us $800. So everything I had in my bank account, gone. And in my backup account, gone. Broke the contract. Luckily, I found a better place, which is 99, which is not as expensive as John Casablanca because it's not fucking $75 a day. Now, if I was a working actor, $75 a day probably wouldn't be a big deal. But when you're not a working actor, that shit's a big fucking deal. $75 a day and I'm not fucking acting, I'll be damned if I'm gonna pay that. But that's what the shit was. So I will never sign with those motherfuckers again. Anyway, no shade, because the young lady that helped me get out of the contract, she was a nice person. But when that was explained to me by somebody else, I was like, well, she didn't say that. It's funny, because she didn't fucking know. She did call me and apologize about that shit, because she was like, she didn't know. I was like, yeah, I know you didn't know, because I can tell when to wear your voice of the shock, It's like, okay. I said, all's forgiven. I said, but if I was you, I'd be very careful at how long you have a job there. So hopefully she's still working there. But as far as I'm concerned, if you got the money for John Casablanca, you got $75 a day, knock yourself the fuck out. Yeah, have at it. Now, I got money for 9-9, and we just solved that issue because I never wanted to quit 9-9. And, it would be great once they give me some auditions versus, just sign up calls. I don't need that. I need auditions. But anyway, moving on. I love 9-9. I wanted to go with VIP, but I also couldn't afford them. Now, they existed beforehand back when I was going to Millennium to try to get a job as an actor there. That's a whole nother ball game. And if you guys want a video about Millennium Studios, let me know. I'll make that video. But right now, this isn't about them. This is about me and the racist stuff that I have faced going to these casting calls to be just a fucking extra. So, one of the last ones I went to before the one I went to for like right before COVID hit, everyone I got the same thing. You're not a bad looking man, Mr. Williams. You're just not what we're looking for. When I got to the one with the Omni, this gentleman, thank God I met this dude, because if I hadn't met this dude, I would be even more fucked up. Alright? And this is before I did 9-9 and before John Casablanca for like the 9th time, because John Casablanca would come through town all the time, and I was just told, you're a good looking man, Mr. Williams, but you're not what we're looking for. As you can see, Mr. Williams isn't doing really, really good right now. And 20 years later, he's still not doing really good. That's why the name is now Echo Fan Grey Wolf, and I'm using my Native American heritage to look for work as a native versus trying to look for work as a mixed person. Because clearly no one wants any mixed heroes unless your name is Dwayne Johnson. So there's that. And Rock, if you're listening, I'd like to have a job in your movie company. So hire me. Anyway, so I talked to the guy from the Omni. And he goes, look, dude, when we get here, I'm going to be honest with you. I knew as soon as I saw you that we weren't going to pick you. He's like, and it's not because you don't look pretty enough to be a model. There's a couple of reasons we need to discuss. Reason number 1, we don't know what the fuck your race is. Reason number 2, you're too fucking short. Straight up, you're too short. If you were 5'7", 5'9", we'd ask you to stay. And number 3, the most important, you're not on the fucking list. I was like, well, how am I gonna be on the list? Y'all don't even know my fucking name. He's like, no. We have a list, and this is what we're looking for. That's why we tell everybody to come as they are and what they would normally be wearing, because if we find you in your natural environment and what you would wear. So don't get super dressed up for this shit. Wear your normal clothes, because if you're getting dressed up to get our attention, we're probably going to look past you. Alright? I was like, well, I don't get dressed up for these things. I've been doing it for yay so long. And I was like, obviously getting dressed up doesn't work. It's like, it really doesn't. And he's like, here's what it is. We're looking for men of a certain race and a certain height. If we find men who reach that bill, so let's say like today, we weren't looking for black men, we were only looking for white men. You and your friend Jay Diz here would have never been picked. But Jay Diz doesn't want to be an actor, he wants to be a rapper. So I can help him more than I can help you, because I can give him the advice that I can't give you. Number 2, if we wanted an Asian woman with dreadlocks, you're not an Asian woman or an Asian man. So we can't really fix you. But if an Asian woman came in there, regardless of her age, unless she was a kid, because the role is looking for an Asian woman who's a female adult from the age of 21 and up, we would have taken any Asian woman. We can give her dreads. How many Asian people you know rock dreadlocks? Next to none, probably. But if that's what we were looking for, that would be on that list. And we would scan that room, and we would give you the card if we want to talk to you. So that's it. That's how this shit works. If you're a black man and you're 6'1" to 6'2", somewhere, if you're like colossal size, or 5'6" to 6'2" and up, and you were black, we'd have you all day. Now, I don't want to offend you, but you're not black. What are you? I said, but I am black. part black. It's like, yeah, that's the problem. We really don't have any roles for mixed people. We don't have any talent scouts looking for mixed people. We really don't. I.e., I'm 20 years into the game now, and now that I know that this is about survival, therefore, I have to build myself out as a native, as Echo Fang Grey Wolf, because James Williams Jr. ain't getting shit. You understand me? James Williams Jr. is not getting shit because James Williams Jr., as a mixed person, isn't getting shit. Let me state that one more time. As a mixed person, I wasn't getting shit because there's no stories for people like me. Apparently, in the universe, we don't fucking exist because I'm part black and I'm part white and I'm part native. Let me phrase it again. Because I'm part native, I'm part black, and I'm part white. In two of those worlds, I could actually walk in and people are going to say, hey, that's a black man. But in one world, I can never be because I don't have the right skin hue. Alright? I'm never going to be able to play a white person. It's not going to fucking happen. I can be that token white guy that's a black guy disguised as a white guy. But that shit's not going to work. Only Robert Downey Jr. can do, I'm the dude playing the dude disguised as another dude. James Williams Jr., minus Echo Fang Grey Wolf, can't do that shit. I can be seen clear as day that I am a mixed person. But for casting people, if my name would have went in there and I would have said my name is Diego Sanchez, they might have believed it. I would have said my name is Juan Diego de la Hoya. They might have believed it. But I'm not Mexican. I'm not Hispanic. I am part native. And most of the people that I named are also more than likely part native. They probably hail from a Mexican tribe. Inca, Aztec, Mayan. I'm missing three more, but, you know, Inca, Aztec, Mayan are the main ones that you know. And they go from Mexico all the way down to South America. Through Panama, through Guatemala, all that shit. But, again, I'm missing a few tribes. I'm missing some of the South American tribes. But I know Inca, Aztec, Mayan, they count in the Mexican diaspora. And unless my name was Juan Diego or Zorro, no one was really trying to hire me. No one. And this man explained to me, this is how this works. You're just not going to be on this list. One, your height. You're short, dude. You're 5'3". It's like, there are no 5'3" heroes in real life. I said, that's because y'all don't give us a chance. It's like, true. And I say, but I also know that there are 5'3" people who can beat the brakes off of people way bigger than them. I said, yeah, also true, because I know Kung Fu. And it's like, yeah, but we weren't looking for Kung Fu movie people. You see the dilemma, all right? You see the dilemma. If you're not writing a story for me to do Kung Fu or scary or science fiction, if you're not writing a story about a guy who is part native, part black, and part white, or at least part native, I'm not getting that job. Pure and simple. I don't speak Spanish. I guess I could play a Mexican, but the second they say you got to speak some Spanish, no habla español muy bien. That's it. That's the only Spanish I know. I need a trabajar, but I'm never gonna get no Spanish acting speaking roles. I'm not cute like Antonio Banderas. It's not gonna fly, yo. It's not gonna fly. But at least if I play native, and depending on if it's a time period piece or if it's a Marvel superhero, I can speak English, and I don't have to say anything in Navajo, Cherokee, Lakota, tribes I ain't even from. You know, I don't have to do that. I can just speak English. If they were to give me Jesse Blackcrow tomorrow, I would take that job. I'm very superstitious because Jesse Blackcrow, at the beginning of his superhero career, he fell off a scaffolding and became paralyzed from the waist down. So for him, he believes he's dreaming, but in reality, he's actually asleep while the possession of his body is being possessed by a Black Crow, who's going around saving all kinds of motherfuckers with a bow that looks like this versus my recurve. And he's wearing blue and yellow regalia. Now, here's where shit gets really fucked up. Because I'm about to tell you the same story for Captain Kickapoo. That's right. That's right. Captain Kickapoo was also a construction worker. He fell off a scaffolding. He was saved by Captain America, so he never hit the ground. To honor Captain America saving his life, he made a suit that slightly resembled Captain America in everything except for the fact that his shields were on his shoulders. And he had tassels and all kinds of stuff. It was a badass suit. I'm not from the Kickapoo tribe. But hell yeah, if they said you want to play Captain Kickapoo, you don't have any superpowers, but you can fight really, really good, I'll take the role. You may have to retcon the fact that Captain Kickapoo is 6'1", because I'm only 5'3". You may have to retcon that shit. But I would take the role. If they said, would you like to be American Eagle, Jay Strongbow? I would say yes. But Jay Strongbow is an Apache, and he has a fucking crossbow, which I'm pretty sure that's not an Apache weapon, but okay. We're gonna go with that. And he had a great war bonnet that went all the way to his ass. So yeah, I'll take that role as fucking Jay Strongbow. I would gladly be American Eagle. I know they could probably find a taller native to play the part. You know, and even if I act better, they could probably find a taller native that can play the part. You see the part? I couldn't be Danny Moonstar because she's a girl. I could be Miguel O'Hara because Miguel O'Hara is Mexican and Irish, but he's also part native because Mexicans are native. The problem is Miguel's also 6 foot something, and I'm 5'3". I'm pretty sure they're not going to retcon that because Tom Holland's like 5'8", 5'10", somewhere in there, and Miguel's taller than him. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of an issue. They're not going to let me play Miguel. They're not going to let me play any spider because the only Native American spider would technically be Miguel O'Hara. So unless they wrote in a Native American spider, for me, that would be it. I can't play Miles Morales because Miles is also Latino and black, and he also speaks Spanish, which again, caramba, I can't speak that shit. So there's that. And I'm not going to be able to learn it because I can't retain anything. Okay? Has some concussions. Retaining stuff is not even fucking remotely close to an option. Right? So, what do? You're not black enough to play black. You're not tall enough. You can quit and give up. But I've been in this business for 20 fucking years. It's too late for me to quit. I have to make it now. It's just that simple. I have to make it. Now, if you ask about my rules that I wrote for myself, I've played a black Chinese guy who was also part native, and I've played a part native and part black guy. When you see Guardians of the Earth on Kung Fu Havoc 2, when I get the shit straight, I don't even remember, but I think my character is part black and Chinese. Probably part black. No. He's part black and Chinese. Yeah, because he has a dragon grandfather who got put into a dragon when he died. So yeah, he's part black and Chinese. Now, a lot of people do think that I am black and Chinese, but I am not black and Chinese. I am part Native American, and I am part black. I'm also part white. So, there's that. But can I play a black and Chinese person? You're motherfucking right. I'm not Ray Don Chong, and I'm not the younger son of Chong, because Tommy Chong is Chinese and white, also Canadian. But there's that. You know, it is what it is. But I think Tommy's like either a second or a third that's Chinese, so he's not like remotely close to full Chinese. But he's Chinese daddy. That's why his last name is Chong. Tommy Chong from Cheech and Chong. Really good damn duo. They never should have separated. Anyway, they're both still alive, by the way. Y'all should go check out Cheech and Chong Up in Smoke. I would like to be in a remake of that, except for I don't fuck with weed or drugs. And I don't want to be a young Cheech Marin. No offense to Cheech Marin, it's only because it's drugs. If it would like do the Corsican Brothers or some shit, I could definitely be a young Cheech Marin. Because then I would do that. If they want to make a biopic and Cheech Marin would say, hey, Echo Van Grey Wolf, I want you to play me. That would be a great fucking honor. Except for I don't speak Spanish. No. And if everything is in English, then we're good. No. And he has a museum. Y'all should go check it out. But I wouldn't be able to play Tommy Chong. Because obviously I'm fucking black. And Tommy Chong is white and Chinese. I'm black. His wife was black, though, because Ray Don Chong is his daughter. and her brother, whose name Marcus Chong, is her younger brother. You can see that they have Asian in them. So unless I'm doing a Marcus Chong bio, yeah, that shit's not gonna fly. But if either one of them said, "Hey, we want you to play us," fly me out to California. I'm ready to work like today. So there's that. But I have met so much racial biases since starting to get into this career. As a short person, it has mostly been about my height deficiency problem. As a vertically challenged person, I don't fit the role of hero, and they won't give me the role of sidekick. Also, I am not Ernie Reyes Jr., okay? We do have similar features, but I am not Ernie Reyes Jr. Yes, people have mistaken me for him, but he's way lighter than me. He has better hair, too, and I'm not cutting mine. Anyway, when Ninja Turtles 2 came out, yeah. When Red Sonja came out, yeah. When him and Gil Gerard had their TV series, I think it was called Sidekicks. I'm not going to swear to it because that was a long damn time ago, and Ernie Reyes Jr. is only a year older than me. So, there's that. Shout out to Ernie Reyes Jr., by the way. Good job, bro. I'll be glad when you make another movie like Surf Ninjas, because that shit was the bang. Anyway, as a mixed person, I should be able to play anybody. The problem is, I'm too fucking mixed looking. Alright? If they remade Thunderheart, where Val Kilmer played a native and a white dude, and they remade it, and they gave me the job, I would honorably do the job. I would not probably be able to do Indian in the cupboard, all right? Because I do believe in magic, but I don't know that much about Native American magic. I only know Native American folklore, and the folklore I was taught wasn't anything to do with magic. Unless you count Thunderbird being the spirit of vengeance, and Coyote the trickster being a trickster, and the Deer Woman being the spirit of vengeance, I know jack shit about Native American magic. Not really trying to fuck with that shit, because the one thing I do remember about the Indian in the cupboard: you should not fuck with magic that you don't understand. Those were not the words that he used, but that was what I got from it. My height and my face. You know, these are two things that have been stopping me. My drive, my will to keep going as an actor, to keep fighting to get to where I need to be, that will never fucking die. And that's the problem. I refuse to give up on this acting dream. I really do. I refuse with all my fucking soul. Because it makes me happy. Even if I'm in a movie that fucking sucks, it makes me fucking happy. That's it. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Echo Fan Grey Wolf. I hope I taught you something, and hopefully we can change the world by making scripts for more mixed people be seeing you. Why is this not stopping?